Welcome to the Swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Florida's offense will start this game off. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls. You play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways that this guy is very dangerous.
Motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The Gators want to crank the tempo. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer do?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Second down coming up. Here comes the option. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
You're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. The Gators send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Boots, his first of the day away, was called on 4 times in the victory last week. The Bulldogs offense will go to work for the first time. I know what a weapon he is on the outside, but stretching the field against this dude in the secondary will be a challenge.
And just some safeties have it, the awareness, the ability to see the ball, to break on the football, and he's one of those guys.
This QB better be looking this safety off. You can't just trust your receiver's going to out-athlete him every time you throw him the ball, because this safety is a different breed.
Coming after him. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Now staring at a third and short from the 40. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to you.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Bulldogs will hustle to the line.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of bounce, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Open space at the 25. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, to give, looking for room. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Went to the running game on first down, now second down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up.
And the ball is intercepted. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Takes the handoff. It's Daniels. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37. The Bulldogs moving quickly to the line. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to pull it to the next opportunity.
He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Live by the blitz, get hit with a chunk play on the blitz too, especially if you're man up on that dude.
And you know what? You lose some battles, especially to receivers like this who are so elite. You're going to lose some of those, but I'm still going to be aggressive. I'm still going to play man. I'm still going to have to bring some blitzes. So I look for this defense to stay aggressive, but maybe give that guy a smidge more attention.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here, he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Back to throw, it's Flagway. Release to the back. Makes the catch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. Hand off from the shotgun. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Off the play fake. He'll pull it down. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Gators want to pick up the tempo.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on 2nd and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available, scramble, give me an easy first down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Hard running there. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. On the run, it's Daniels. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Gators are threatening in the red zone. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Wide receiver coming across in motion. This is a designed run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Mississippi State going up tempo. On third down, going up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Ball. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Defenses throughout the week study every third down situation. You've got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Got a man. It's Coleman. The tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
Good job on defense, getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Might be looking to run. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Harmon. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. This offense starts deep in a hole. Leaves it with the back. Hammers his way across the 10, picks up 4 to the 11.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. Gators letting this guy do it himself the way Tebow used to do it when he'd pick up steam going downhill and getting first downs.
Yeah, whatever it takes. Man, I mean, I know I have running backs, but when I got quarterbacks that are also...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on second down from the 15. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up of 6. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold it. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. From the gun, running back on the move. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Fighting off the defender. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalties. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Gators will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Tom.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
To the ground to try to move the chains. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter to do. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Use the play fake, now to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw, it's Flagway. They're setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get in the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Now on second down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On second down, just keeps firing. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Now on the move. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe a little long for a field goal, definitely too short to punt. Not much of a choice here as they'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Mississippi State offense headed back. Work.
Man, listen, we know this QB wants to take off. 4th down, go time, got to make a play. Defense locked in, dialed in, got to him, got him on the ground, didn't let him get to the sticks.
Dances away to buy time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wants to throw on 1st down. And they can't make the connection. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot, you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
Mississippi State lines up with a 1st and goal. He wants to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum. It fires one high and deep. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. The Gators in the hurry up. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Looking downfield, it's Lagway. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators!
And that's That's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On second down, he'll let it fly. And they're not on the same page there. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to get it through the air. Grab near the marker. It's ball. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Mississippi State.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He's looking to throw it. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got.
And the Gators will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Trying to set the tone with the run. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line. Mississippi State right back to the line. Now the play fake. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Glagway. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback in the first position.
The Gators are on the move. They'll put the tight end in motion. Looking for a crease. It's Daniels. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Here's the handoff. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on fourth down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. And it's right down the boulevard. And guys, after that field goal, brand new ball game, all tied up. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Clemson is down right now, but I'm not convinced this team doesn't have a C.J. Spiller-like big play in them. Any change in momentum, and this is a brand new game. They're trailing by 10 to SMU. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Mississippi State going up-tempo. The back goes in motion. Looking to throw on second down. Uncorks it. He's got an open man. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. They'll run it from the gun. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. He's got it. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Wide out in motion. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He gets it across the 25 to the 24. Give him 5 on the carry. Halfway there on first down, it's second and 5. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They'll go empty and 5 wide on second and 13. He's looking to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now.
Deep shot for the end zone. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They'll line up for a second down play. to throw. It's Lagway. Got his man. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game, running the football.
On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1. They'll try it on the ground. He breaks a tackle. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. And the Gators have their offense in high gear. Give to the running back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. The Gators headed quickly to the line. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines. They'll give it to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Smashes through. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. First down to start the drive after the break. The give to the back. Bringing the heat. Touchdown, Florida! They move on top here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. The short hands, it's Mosley. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Flips it out to the back. Fights off a defender. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Mississippi State right back to the line.
A nice job by the QB. It's third down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go right back to the run. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Bringing it back, it's Abrams. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive there.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. They want to get this defense on its heels.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their
Lost one deep down the right side. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Gator! And once he got loose, it was all over. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play.
And he didn't squeeze it. It's loose. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Mississippi State going up tempo. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. They make the stop if this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And on the heels of that last big play now, you'd love to keep the momentum going and score quick. How about staying aggressive? Try to throw this thing into the end zone. You need to get the ball back, and you need to save as much time as you can.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. From the gun, running back gets to give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. As someone once said, from way downtown, bang, outside of 60 yards. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. A first down for the offense.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. Fourth quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loses 2. Brings up second down.
This offense has a second down play. Give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense doing their job, getting that last stop, and now third in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense.
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Off the play fake on first down. And that pass is intercepted. Got room on the return. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Oh, man, and that's a big interception late in this game. And listen, I know you're trying to go vertical with the 4 verts, but so did the defense. Great job staying deep, playing the football in the air.
Looking for the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Handoff from the gun. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Now, fourth down.
Let's see what they dial up on this fourth down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in this one. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Florida.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a one-possession lead. He's not going to make it, and they'll turn it over on downs, and we're going to have a fight to the finish. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense lining up for a first down play. He'll start this drive firing. Hauls it in. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Unleashes one deep. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Man, I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your two-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the two-point conversion?
Well, at this juncture in the game, that was 2 points they needed to have to tie this one up. Now, there's tons of pressure on the defense to get the ball back to have a chance to win.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that one first down ends this football game.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Glagway. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Gators line up to punt it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. And if they were able to take the football...
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. To the air on first down. Ball in the air, intercepted. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.